I have something exciting in the mail and I cannot wait but to share it with you. I'm excited and I have no idea why I'm like this excited over something. I don't know. It is a big deal, right? I can see it inside. It's going down. This is what it looks like the second you unwrap. Aw, thank you for supporting Dominique Cosmetics. Without you, this dream would have not been possible. I can't wait for you to play with your first Latte Palette. Everything about this is so next level bougie. I'm loving it. I'm really loving this. Christen, you put so much serious effort into every little detail. Fuck, I can't open it. I'm so excited, I can't open it. Oh, you see this? It says Texas. Let's do it together, right? Oh, Shanae. I'm almost afraid to touch it. So, this right here is the first time and the last time you will see it fingerprint free. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison. If you are new here, welcome. If you are coming back, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you guys tuning in to check out all these entertaining things that I have coming out of my mouth. So if you can tell by the title, what we're going to be doing is a full week of looks with just one palette. I thought that this would be a fun thing instead of some videos I love online where it's like 3 looks, 1 palette, where people are testing out new things. I'm gonna take something with me along for the ride, not like I'm traveling right this second. I'm going somewhere next week, but that's aside from the fact. But I'm gonna take something and just utilize it every single day for 7 full days and work my way through the palette. Now, of course, if there's something that's got like 28 shades, 30 shades, I may not be, using everything. This episode is gonna be with this. I got this in the mail yesterday. I was super excited to get it. Last night I played with it for the first time, and today is gonna be my first official look because I did my entire face. Last night I was just playing with colors and blending and whatnot. What I will tell you right off of the bat, this Dominique Cosmetics Latte Palette, let me open this for you. This is very well made, and I don't mean just the powders themselves. I mean the thickness of the palette, the thickness of where the mirror is, how well it stays secure when it's magnetically closed, the density, like the knockability, let's say that. Like I don't feel like I can really break it by doing this, whereas I definitely have some palettes that I'm not gonna do that with because I know they limits. But I swatched all the shimmers last night on my arm just playing with it, and I've yet to work through all the shades in here, but so far the one thing that I'm gonna tell you with day 1 of this palette, or even like the moment I took it out of the box, seeing this in person versus seeing pictures of it is completely 2 different things. And I mean that in the most positive way possible. The color vibrancy here, the creaminess, the payout it's the bomb.com. And I gotta say specifically, these 3 shimmer shades are insane. I mean, like, there's no glitter farting, there's no fallout. Like, when you see Christen in one of her videos playing with it as a highlight, like, that's real talk. Like, that's impressive. And on top of that, it wasn't something that I had to use my finger with and pat on. I love it when I can actually use a brush on something for the userability. We don't always want to have to say, oh, this is better if you tap it on. You can if you want to, but the fact that I can just use brushes and create like what I did today, I love. So I'm really impressed with this palette. So without further ado, I'm going to zoom you in a little bit and just kind of show you what shades I used. Very, very basic eye look, but what I did was I used this Vanilla Cream shade. What I've seen Christen do is, I need a pointer stick. Alright class, just kidding. So what I've seen Christen do is cover the lid and then go to this inner area, and even talking about like when she did the palette reveal video, using it, like setting the under eye because it's got that banana coloration to it. I did that today, so I used that, like I set my under eye with a different powder, but I even went in and kind of like lightly grazed like this area here. And you can just tell like there's just so much more of a brightness here. And I did use my bronzer up the nose. I'm looking at a viewfinder, I'm sorry, because I want to like not be like, yeah, my nose. I did use a bronzer here, so I do have that shadow, but you can see like the little pockets right here. That it's giving so much more of like a surface illumination from that shade. So pretty damn excited about that. We set our lid with that Vanilla Cream shade, which I'll probably refer to as a banana color. And then I used Hazelnut, which is this top corner. And I just used my, if you look at my brush cup, like you can tell what's a fluffy blending brush versus what's not. And I just grabbed, so I just barely tapped and I started stamping the outer corner and then flipping my brush over to a little bit more of that cleaner side, but still, you know, color can sift through. I drug it across to kind of create that natural crease, you know, because we're going for grocery store looks today specifically. In swatching these shimmer shades last night, I will tell you, and I'll insert a picture of swatching them. In swatching them, they have a lot of similarities in the pan, but when you look at them swatched on your arms, they're amazingly different. They contrast very well from each other. So you have something that has more of that tarnished gold look, the espresso color. You have the Macchiato, which is just that beautiful highlight. It's beautiful, but creme brulee is what I'm wearing today on my lids. If you can't tell, like I'm looking amazeballs today, if I do say so myself. Just kidding. But that creme brulee has more of that peachy tone to it, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but this is where I'm feeling my vibes from today. Okay, it has a little bit more of that like peachy pinkness to it versus what you feel like you see in the pan. And I'm talking about this here. So it looks like it almost would be like a topaz kind of a shade, but it's just delightful, just delightful. So I have that, and I used my 253 brush Smith. I put the bottom of this little arrow shape against my lash line, and I just kind of press and sweep upward. And after I pat, I'll use the point of this brush, blend it with the little point of this brush. And then I went back into Hazelnut and just did a little lower lash line love. And that's it. That's the look for today. And I say grocery store look, it's a very like work friendly look. So far, I'm really impressed with the quality of this palette. Without further ado, on to day 2.
So, what do you think of...
Sometimes it's a struggle to turn off other YouTube videos in order to film your own. Day 2. So, I've got my face makeup on. I started earlier with running vanilla cream all over, mostly in this inner corner and kind of sweeping, because I want to be like Christen. And then I put caramel into the crease. So what I figured I will do is do a little fast mo. I don't know exactly what look I'm going to go for today. But we'll play some fun music and do this really quick and then talk about it and move on to the next thing. tin. So, this is my Saturday look. Oh, did you see how amazing I look? Oh. I started to put I have a shitload of these melt pencils. I really like the quality of these. I started to put baked in my waterline, but I stopped and was like, I know what I can do. This one's called Bloodshot. It has a little pot leaf on it. I don't know why that's necessary to know, but I did my waterline and I did, you know, so that way it just gives a little bit more of that cranberry vibe to it. But I'm digging it. Day 2, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Okay, so when I first put this on, it was maybe around 2 o'clock. And so right now it's about 10:30. Saturday Night Live's about to come on, so we gotta make this quick. But this is kind of a little unexpected check-in. As you can see, I mean, we're still looking good. I mean, my eyeliner for my waterline's completely fucking gone, but you know, I'm gonna flip this around and do it with flash to see a little bit more of how that shine turns out. Actually, let me just turn this thing on. My inner corner's kind of gone, well, on one eye. And that's just kind of rubbing the eyes though, but the color, when I look in the mirror, looks good. I need to stop doing it. Okay, day 3, right off the bat. I know you can tell, so I'm just gonna let you know. I have done this wing 5 times, and on the 5th time, I've decided to give up and film, and then I'm going to take it off. Because we're mostly talking about the shadow here, right? So, I'm telling you, like, sometimes you just have those days of, like, serious defeat when it comes to eyeliner. So, this is the cute eye. We're gonna look at the side. So what I used was, obviously, pumpkin spice. Same thing, I did the vanilla cream kind of in that inner area. And look how cute this wing is, you guys. I'm so sad. But I also want to point out, and then I'm using creme brulee as a highlight. So Sunday, wanted to tone it down a little bit. We decided not to go all out for Sunday. This footage is gonna have so many weird sounds of it, of like dogs coughing and pitter patter, and on to day 4, right? Day 4 and day 5 are getting mixed together. I'm gonna do one look on this eye, one look on this eye, and they're gonna be different. Who is that girl in the mirror? She looks crazy. face off camera. I'm gonna finish my eyeballs. And I'll show you what I'm twerking with. Okay. Let's dial it up a little bit. So over here, we got a little bit of a blue undersweet going. My light balance is like terrible. So I've got a little bit more of a warm cut crease going on, and I've got more of a intense neutrals cut crease. I also did a little bit of like a glitter liner that looks like a drop off of a cliff. This is what I've got on my eyeballs. Hey, Ann. These are literally like so pretty. So I've got a wing going, no wing. Now you saw in the quick mo, I did a cut crease with this Inglot Gel Liner. I love these. Like, you see how I barely touched it? Oh my god. And then the other, I like to use this because it's way too light for my skin. It's fair neutral. I'll use this for my eye because it'll be a little bit more brightening. And then of course on my face. So we've got 2 more days to go. And we'll see you in day 6. What it is, day 6. 7 days are almost upon us. So, day 6, obviously, just said that. I have a little bit more of a neutral, slightly dialed up look. So I completely set my eyelids and inner corners with the Vanilla Cream Banana shade, and then I went through the crease really lightly with the caramel shade, and then of course, you know, if you don't know by now, day 6, we've got these colors memorized. Obvi. Let me just interrupt. Okay. Let me go back to what I was saying here. So caramel, and then we kind of built up with hazelnut into the crease, really kind of concentrated. We didn't do a cut crease, but we're kind of doing a faux cut crease. And then I went in with creme brulee all over the lid and kind of patted that out, smoked out the under eye with caramel and hazelnut, and that's pretty much it. So what I was saying just now, hey y'all, better view. Okay. Tomorrow, day 7, we're gonna review the last look I'm gonna do. I'm really digging this palette. But we're also gonna talk a bit more about the wear test because this is starting to get a little dirty, and I'm moving it around too much to where you can't really tell. But I'm gonna do some zoom ins or maybe some pictures of, you know, debris and dust everywhere. I am digging into some of these shades quite a bit. Like, I can tell I use creme brulee and caramel and vanilla cream. Wait. What's that? I don't like kind of deal about that. So can't wait. Tomorrow is Friday. 7 whole days later. We made it. It's gonna be great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know why I think that's so entertaining. And we're out, and we're in, and we're... Okay. Day 6. About 8 hours later. Zero transfer. Still shining bright like a diamond. Sha-na-na-na-na-na. You didn't think we'd make it this far, did ya? Neither did I. It's okay. It's alright. As long as we're in the same boat together, right? Day 7. here's the look for day 7. We went for an all matte berry eye, all matte smoky look. I'm gonna let you know, or I'm gonna zoom you in. I'm gonna calm down first too. All matte eye, and I gotta say the little sidekick in this look is my Melt Bloodshot pencil. It's like a berry color that I did in the waterline, and I smoked underneath the waterline, and that's really it. I really like playing with some of these colors, just blowing them out and seeing how they wear on the eyes, as well as you know, if they're gonna oxidize and kind of look a bit darker. And I say that only specifically because the shade All Star in the Subculture palette is gorgeous maroon color that literally applies like a basic brown shade, and it's so depressing. So there's that. So day 7, that's this look, and let me give you a few thoughts of this, and then you can get back to whatever else you were doing, alright? Ding. This palette, would I recommend it? Yes. Do I have any concerns, drawbacks, negative things to say about it? Not really. The only thing I think anyone could say negatively about it is that shipping isn't included. You have to pay for shipping as well. You have to order it online. This arrived perfectly. It arrived with a lot of TLC put into it, bubble wrap out the waz, tissue paper, the whole 9 yards. So that's not it, but it's when you factor shipping into the price, I'm also not afraid this is gonna fall out. Side note, it's very sturdy. But when you factor shipping into the price, I mean, it's a $50 palette for 10 shades. It's still not a bad deal, but compared to what you can pick up in a lot of places, you're gonna be able to find a lot of these shades in other places. So the shade quality is really impressive. I went through, and I didn't do a lot of this on camera, obviously, because you're at the end of the video. I did a lot of color matching, especially like this. I found similarities in a few palettes, same thing with some of these more intense shades. These, of course, it goes without saying that you'll find similarities in your collection, but the quality that is in this palette is really impressive. So it does stand alone on its own. I will continue to use this fairly regularly. I don't have any intention of shelving this booger whatsoever. The shimmer shades, hands down, impressive. I think these absolutely can be worn as face highlights. These two specifically, Macchiato and Creme Brulee. And they are very, very shimmery, shiny, metallic, very wet looking. The amount of product that you get in each pan, it is, I want to say 1.7 grams, no, 1.8 grams, which is a lot. So I looked through my collection. The only thing I could really find, okay, so 1.8 grams versus this is 1.7 grams. And you know, food for thought on this right here, it's $32. You can pay shipping on it, or you can go buy it at Ulta. It's $50 for 10 shades, $32 for 5 shades. You can do the math. You're getting more product. You're getting a better buy per pan, even with shipping included. The quality is very similar here. I will say that this, just like what you would see with Dose of Colors mattes, they do have kick up in the pan. I think you saw when I was doing my orange look. With the kick up that you get in here, but it's not substantial. It's me, I just blow it away and keep on going with my day. And these are large pans. They're not small like you would see, not to diss any other brands, but like in a Too Faced palette or a Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, where you can get to the bottom pretty quickly if you love a shade. It's not really cool, in my opinion, to hit pan so quickly on things that you like. As far as dirt goes, in the crack, there's dust and debris. It's easily swipe-away-able, but it's not, I'm not dying about it. I'm not somebody that feels like I need to keep these things super, super clean and bright and pretty, because honestly, if you use something, it's gonna get dirty. And if you use it, I don't think you really care if it's getting dirty. You like what's inside of it, right? And you don't want what's inside of it to get hurt, so that goes without saying. I have some palettes that, side note, where was I going with this thought? Oh, I have other palettes that are really, really nice and clean because I don't use them, and when you look at it, it shows that it's not being used because it is so clean. So when you look at something like this and it's got a little bit of coloring all over it, you can tell it's well loved, and I think ultimately that's the goal with makeup, is to not always collect it and keep it fingerprint free. You want to love it and experience it, embrace it, and really share how much you like it. And that's, you know, my motivation for this video, is that I really like Christen Dominique as a YouTuber. I was about to say person, like she's my bud. But I really like her as a YouTuber, so I was excited to try this product just on her behalf. And then now I'm actually really impressed with the product, with the brand that she's created, so that's really exciting. Secondly, I love geometric stuff. I like crystals. I love all kinds of things that involve this aesthetic of this wrapper. So that's always an added bonus. Would I recommend anybody to buy this? Yeah, if you want to spend $50 on a palette, go ahead. I think it's a great beginner color layout. It's going to be really easy to work with. There wasn't any really patchiness that came from any of these shades. I think that's literally all I have to say, you guys. So, I really liked this. I definitely give it a thumbs up. Hope you guys enjoy my 7 looks with one palette. I want to continue to do different reviews like this. I think it's a very nice way to see different styles that come out of a palette. If you feel like you can do 1 or 2 looks with something and that's kind of its full range, even if it has 10 to 15 or even more shades than that in it, I think it's nice to really kind of get some fresh ideas. I did pull a lot of inspiration from videos I've seen or pictures I've seen in other places with different looks and whatnot, so it's not like these are my brainchild thoughts. I mean, it's just makeup. But yeah. Thank you guys for making it through this video this long. I have other palettes, so if you have any curiosities that you'd like to see, 7 looks with one palette, any in-depth reviews, let me know in the comments below. I do plan on getting a little in-depth with some of my Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I have a couple of her palettes, so I might do a full Allison's collection overview kind of thing. That's what I'm going to work on over the next week. And then you'll see other little cheesy videos in between, like always. So, without further ado, thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you come back for the next video. Make sure you subscribe so you know when the next video comes out. Hit the like button, hit the keyboard, don't hit other people, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.